Hey, what's up, everyone? Ralph here. So yesterday was the inauguration for Donald Trump, right? And it feels like a moment that we've been waiting forever to happen, right? I feel like it's been feeling like a lifetime for this day to come in, and it finally came, right? Because every second that Joe Biden was in office was a second for him to screw something up. Right, and I mean, everybody's just been waiting for him to get the heck up out of here because he's a disaster, worst president of all time, and that yesterday was a day that couldn't come soon enough, and to be honest, man, look at Trump didn't waste no time getting to work, right? Because he was talking about day one he's gonna be writing a bunch of executive orders, and if you watch the inauguration, I mean, obviously, him getting sworn in was great. Obviously his speeches always are good, but I think the moment that everybody was looking forward to was him, signing the executive orders to just undo everything Joe Biden did for these past 4 years, and it's so funny because usually what happens is like after he gets sworn in, usually he goes back to the Oval Office and signs in the executive orders. But Trump, being the showman that he is, he goes into the Capital One Arena where they had the parade, and obviously they did the parade. It was a great parade, and obviously once that was done, he goes in and signs executive orders in front of everyone else, and he signed a bunch of executive orders. But I think for a lot of people, the one that people and what we're going to be talking in this video is the fact that he's shutting down the whole process of illegal immigrants coming into this country, and even though that process was kind of shut down at 12 noon because I think Joe Biden had this was CBP1 app where if you're a legal immigrant, you coming into the country, you log into that that app, and then you can make an appointment to do whatever it is. So come noon, he shut it down. Right, noon he shut it down, and nobody was able to access that app anymore. But then obviously during his the parade, he signed all the executive orders, officially shutting it all down. And it's just so interesting to see that because a lot of especially a lot of immigrants, when they finally found out the word that it got shut down, they weren't too happy.
This app has helped nearly 1 million people cross into the U.S. legally, but the shutdown will affect thousands of migrants trying to cross through the San Diego border, and the news has left some in tears. Migrants at the border breaking down, seeing their appointments canceled minutes after President Trump was sworn into office. This Colombian migrant saying, "May President Trump have compassion and let us cross after 6 months of suffering."
Like, you see right there, like, look at, man, the compassion is gone. Right, there's no compassion, right? We understand your situation. Like, we understand why you're coming in here. You want to come to the United States, but you got to understand, a lot of U.S. citizens have gotten to a point where the compassion is done. Especially the stuff that we had to deal with the last 4 years, where you're just letting everyone into the United States with, we don't know who you are, what you're doing here, and not only that, but you have a lot of illegal immigrants attacking, assaulting U.S. citizens, and we see nothing being done about that. Okay, so the empathy for a lot of people, U.S. citizens, that's gone. Like, it's not there, and not only that, but you could look at other countries. You look at Europe and you see illegal immigrants, what they're doing to the country, and people want to protect what they have here in the United States, right? We do not want to lose the things that we have here, right? We understand why people want to come here, but if you're gonna do it, you got to do it the right way. Just letting anyone in here is just not going to work. People are going to get to a point where they say, you know what, just stop it, shut it down. And this is something that Trump campaigned about. He understood that most Americans are tired of what's going on. The fact that Joe Biden and his administration just let anyone in without any regards of the safety of its citizens. And that's the thing that's so annoying and hurtful, is that you just let anyone come in here, and then the fact that so many people that got assaulted, they lost their lives, and it's almost like they didn't care. So people have gotten to a point where it's done, we're over with, we have no empathy and sympathy, we're done, we want it shut down, right? And this is what Trump campaigned on. This is what we wanted, right? We wanted him to shut this down, get this process cleaned up, obviously you got to deport people. That's obviously that's the process that's going to be happening today, and look it. We understand this person, what they want to come to this country. Everybody wants to come to this country, But we've gotten to a point in this country like, look, man, we are not trying to lose what we have here. We see what's going on across the world, and we see how all this illegal migration is just destroying the country. If you're going to do it the right way.
Her appointment was set for the same day the app went dark. Every day, up to 1,450 migrants would line up at 8 border crossings, waiting for their appointment to legally cross into the U.S. on immigration parole. The appointments were made through the Customs and Border Protection One app. Most migrants would wait months to get on the list, but as of midday Monday, no more appointments will be scheduled and tens of thousands of existing ones have been canceled.
I predict that more people will be injured and likely will lose their lives as a result of this.
Pedro Rios with the American Friends Service Committee says the CBP One app was the only way to get an appointment to legally cross the border.
Customs and Border Protection has worked with its Mexican counterparts to not permit people to arrive at a port of entry and seek asylum.
The intention of the app, initiated by former President Biden, was to prevent illegal crossings. Rios says removing the app could encourage dangerous behavior.
It means that many might seek to enter the U.S. through extremely dangerous ways, such as the mountains, deserts, and the ocean. And
they could go back home, right? They could do that. They don't have to go through these extreme measures because look at. We understand that they're going through this app, which for them, they consider it to be legal, but we all know this is not the way you're supposed to be doing things, all right? And it's gotten to a point where, look at, this is not, we got to stop we have to, if you're going to come in here, you got to come in here the right way. And I know a lot of people are going to just say, oh, they are coming the right way, they made an appointment and whatnot. Nah, this is not how it's supposed to be done. That's, whatever Joe Biden did in that previous administration was clearly not done the correct way. Right, the fact that you just letting everyone in, just flooding in here. No, we don't want to tolerate that anymore. Right, where people are concerned. You got U.S. citizens that are concerned about their safety, and they want people to do things the right way. All right, I think most people don't have a problem with immigrants, of course, but you got to do it the right way. Go through the right channels. And yes, you could argue that the system needs to be revamped or whatever. Then do that. However, you can't just let people just walk into the country. We don't know who they are, right? And we're not doing anything to stop them from coming. So, I understand he's talking about there's gonna be a lot of people in grave danger, but it is what it is, right? We have to fix this system because whatever's working is not working right now.
It'll place a lot of people in grave danger.
He says the thousands of people now stuck in Mexican border towns have 3 options.
They have the difficult decision of saying, do I return to my home country and face the danger that I left? Do I remain in Mexico without any money and try to adjust my status here, which is extremely difficult? Or do I make my way to the United States through an irregular way?
For many waiting at the border, excitement and hope has been replaced by fear and uncertainty. I don't know what my life will be from here on. Alex Lai, CBS 8.
Look at, man, I understand the United States is the #1 country, but we don't got it. we don't got it, man. United States, we got a lot of problems here in the United States that we need to fix up, and we don't have time and the resources to be trying to take care of some people that aren't U.S. citizens. We got to make sure that we're focused on U.S. citizens now and here, and we have a lot of issues that need to be cleaned up in our country. And right now, this is the priority is to make sure that we have to get every person that's not legal here out the country, especially the main priority is the gangs first. Obviously, the ones committing the crimes, that's #1, right? They got to go. Those are the priority. And we know where they at: Chicago, New York. Those are the first stops that obviously Trump and his team got to go to. So, yeah, man, look at this. Is obviously we get it, but right now it is not the time. This is not the time for you're not going to get that much sympathy from the U.S. people because we understand what's at stake right now, and we see what the type of dangers that are going on in other countries where illegal immigrants are coming in there and destroying what these countries have, and we do not want that here in the United States, and Trump understands that, and he's going to do what's necessary to make sure he protects the U.S. citizens of this country. So those are my thoughts. I'm interested to hear your thoughts. Make sure you leave a comment down below, hit the like button, share, and if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe. Right, so guys, take care, have a good one. Later.